Arizona Diamondbacks trade deadline plans. Who's on the move? This offseason trade deadline decision could shock the NL playoff race and divide fans like never before. The Arizona Diamondbacks are quietly signaling to rival clubs that they plan to part ways with several of their veteran players before next Thursday's trade deadline. And that admission alone has already set off a firestorm of speculation. But here's where it gets controversial. No one outside the organization really knows how far they're willing to go, and that uncertainty is fueling intense debate around the league. At 50 wins and 53 losses, Arizona finds itself 5.5 games back of the San Diego Padres for the crucial third National League wildcard spot. In front of the Diamondbacks sit the Padres, 55 and 47, the San Francisco Giants, the Cincinnati Reds, and the St. Louis Cardinals. On paper, none of those teams looks invincible, especially a Cardinals squad many expect to sell rather than buy. That slim margin of hope is exactly why Arizona's front office is hesitant to wave the white flag, but they've already begun entertaining calls for their biggest names. To understand the scope of what's at stake, consider three main factors that'll ultimately decide how many players get traded. 1. Interest level. How aggressively will contenders pursue Diamondbacks veterans like Eugenio Suárez and Zac Gallen? 2. Draft pick compensation. Will the offers exceed the value of the qualifying offer pick Arizona would surrender? And this is the part most people miss. If a player signs a new deal worth at least $50 million and triggers a pick between the first round and competitive ballots round A, anything less than $50 million pushes the pick down near 75. 3. Competitive outlook. Can this roster really still chase the wildcard spot? Or should the D-backs trade talent now to restock their farm system? Last season's experience suggests quitting isn't in Arizona's DNA. In 2023, they clinched that sixth and final NL spot with 84 wins and then stunned everyone by storming all the way to the World Series. Yet today, they are already facing postseason roster decisions, compounded by 3 confirmed offseason injuries. Ace Corbin Burnes will miss significant time, and relievers Justin Martinez and A.J. Puk are also sidelined. The most attractive names on the chopping block are among the Diamondbacks' impending free agents and qualifying offer candidates. Third baseman Eugenio Suárez, who ranks 4th in the majors with 36 home runs and leads all hitters with 86 RBIs. Right-hander Zac Gallen, the top-tier pitcher on most staffs despite carrying a 5.58 ERA this season. Righty Merrill Kelly and first baseman Josh Naylor, both boasting strong track records and expiring contracts. Downfielder Randall Grichuk and reliever Shelby Miller, currently on the injured list, are also in play, though neither would command a 1-year qualifying offer in the $22 million range. Boldly put, trading away Suárez, arguably the team's best hitter, or cutting with Gallen and Kelly together, would signal a clear pivot toward rebuilding. Yet GM Mike Hazen recognizes that each qualifying offer candidate signed for at least $50 million would force Arizona to forfeit a high draft choice, an expensive toll on the prospect pipeline they're also trying to cultivate. Sources say the Diamondbacks have even sent scouts through the minor league systems of several suitors, including the Yankees, Cubs, Mets, Reds, and Mariners, looking for the best package to match their needs. The demand for Suárez appears especially intense, making him the likeliest trade chip, with top prospect Jordan Lawlar waiting in the wings at third base. So what happens next? That all depends on the week ahead and how many teams believe the Diamondbacks are truly sellers rather than buyers. Will Arizona ride this wave of potential and roll the dice on a late-season surge? Or will they cash in on high-value veterans now to restock talent for next year? And here's a question to spark a real debate. Does Arizona risk alienating its fan base by trading hometown heroes in the midst of a season? Or is a strategic sell-off the smartest way to build a sustainable contender? Share your thoughts below. Do you side with going all in on 2024's playoff push? Or is a full-scale rebuild the only path forward? Diamondbacks trade deadline. Who's on the move? It's a turning point for the team. With the trade deadline just around the corner, one of the most pressing questions in Major League Baseball is whether the Arizona Diamondbacks will shift their approach by selling players. Currently, the D-backs are roughly 5.5 games behind a wild card position and face significant hurdles with 14 players on the injured list, including standout slugger Corbin Burnes and catcher Gabriel Moreno. In a recent radio appearance on Arizona Sports, team president and CEO Derek Hall shed light on the club's future plans. Hall made it clear that the team's recent moves are driven by a commitment to accountability and long-term growth. He emphasized, "I believe it's time we act responsibly to enhance our team with the assets we have, thereby investing in our future." Hall continued, explaining that while the temptation to purchase top talent is strong, decisions like this are never made at the last minute. Instead, they result from extensive preparation and a realistic evaluation of the team's condition. "We need to add more valuable pieces and rebuild our farm system, which has been steadily improving over the years," he noted. Despite the decision not to sell off key players, the Diamondbacks still have a number of impending free agents who could soon become trade targets. Here are 4 free agents to keep an eye on. 1. Third baseman Eugenio Suárez. Suárez emerges as one of the most potent bats currently available. Through 101 games, he's posted a 252 batting average, with a 325 on-base percentage and an impressive slugging line that includes 36 home runs and 18 extra base hits, reflected in an OPS plus of 149. Although his defensive skills have waned somewhat at this stage of his career, teams with a serious need for offensive firepower in the middle of their lineup might easily overlook his glove shortcomings. 2. Right-handed pitcher Merrill Kelly. Kelly is not known for overpowering pitches or flashy performances. His strength lies in consistently delivering reliable innings. Currently, over 21 appearances this season, he has maintained a 3.32 ERA and a solid 3.19 strikeout-to-walk ratio. His steady contributions make him an attractive option for teams looking to bolster their pitching rotation with someone who can reliably earn outs season after season. 3. Right-handed pitcher Zac Gallen. Once considered one of the top free agent starting pitchers, Gallen is now enduring a challenging season. Over 21 starts, he is registering a 5.58 ERA and a strikeout-to-walk ratio of 2.52, with his control issues further highlighted by the fact that 47% of batted balls against him are cleared at speeds over 95 miles per hour. Any team that opts to sign him will have a couple of months before the playoffs to work on refreshing his mechanics and regaining his form. 4. First baseman Josh Naylor. Naylor, who joined the Diamondbacks from the Cleveland Guardians during the offseason, has made an immediate impact by batting .292 with solid on-base numbers and modest slugging statistics that include 11 home runs in just 93 games. He has also impressed with his speed by stealing 11 bases and reducing his strikeout percentage to an impressive 12.4%, which could be a career best figure over a full season. However, his struggles against left-handed pitching suggest that he might be most effective in a platoon role rather than as a full-time starter. These insights capture the essence of the Diamondbacks' strategic decision. Instead of opting for a hasty sale, they are focusing on a foundational rebuild to secure a stronger future. But here's where it gets controversial. Should a team risk its short-term competitiveness for the sake of long-term sustainability? And is it wise to potentially compromise on defense or consistency in exchange for raw offensive power? We invite you to share your thoughts and spark a discussion in the comments below. D-backs manager Lovullo's final homestand message before trade deadline. As the trade deadline looms, manager Torey Lovullo remains steadfast in his commitment to his team, stating he is fighting for this group every single day. In a recent game, former Diamondback Christian Walker delivered a crucial RBI single in the 9th inning, leading to a 4-3 defeat for Arizona against the Houston Astros. This loss marked the end of a disappointing 3-game series at Chase Field, following a promising start to the second half of the season, where the D-backs had swept the St. Louis Cardinals. Mark your calendars for August 9th, as it's Star Wars night. Fans can snag a Corbin Carroll Rebel Pilot bobblehead. Wednesday's game also held significance, as it was the D-backs' last home match before the July 31st trade deadline. Lovullo expressed the bittersweet nature of the moment, acknowledging the possibility of saying farewell to some players on the road, which could mean they may never return to the clubhouse. It's a strange feeling. It hits you hard at first, but we've been toughened by this sport. We understand the reality of the situation and will adapt no matter what unfolds, he remarked. Should the front office opt to trade, the D-backs possess several veterans who could attract interest from teams seeking to enhance their rosters for the playoff push. Notable names include starting pitchers Zac Gallen and Merrill Kelly, both of whom have impressive records and are in the final year of their contracts, along with first baseman Josh Naylor. However, the majority of the buzz surrounding the trade deadline has centered on third baseman Eugenio Suárez, who has hit an impressive 36 home runs this season. Gino seems to be the focal point in every discussion I have regarding the upcoming trade deadline, Lovullo noted. He has won the hearts of many in the baseball community, not just for his skills on the field, but also for his character off it. Lovullo also reflected on the unexpected number of injuries that have plagued the team this season. Since the start of the year, the D-backs have lost key players, including starting pitchers Corbin Burns and Jordan Montgomery, as well as swingman Tommy Henry and co-closers AJ Puk and Justin Martinez, all due to Tommy John surgery. The bullpen has also faced setbacks with injuries to Ryan Thompson, Shelby Miller, and Jalen Beeks. The way we've persevered through these challenges shows that this team is united. They care deeply, and they are eager to achieve something remarkable by the end of this season, Lovullo stated. They are driven, adaptable, and they believe that if we can navigate through this difficult stretch, something truly special awaits us. Despite the ongoing injury struggles, the D-backs are managing to stay competitive, with 59 games remaining to make a significant impact. I just want to keep fighting, and I believe we are doing just that, Lovullo said. Currently, we are 3 games below 500, which is not acceptable in my eyes. We need to improve, and I am confident we will. Yes, we are dealing with injuries, and it's evident that we face challenges every night, but we are doing our utmost to overcome them. We must continue to fight. We have some quality players working hard to return from their injuries. Once they are back, who knows what could happen. We've been in tough situations before, and I believe we will emerge successfully in the end. As long as we give our best effort every single day, we will be all right. I often say this, I'm fighting for this group every single day. We are right in the mix. If we can string together 14 solid days of baseball, we will be even deeper in the race. Don't underestimate us. Don't assume we can't achieve our goals. We are more than capable. We know what we need, and if we can secure those pieces, something extraordinary could unfold here.